Okay, this is Stacy of Ellis Family Farms, and I've got John and Adrian here with me, and they're having some queen issues, and it's bad enough that this is Adrian over here, and this is John, and of course Tom in the background. And so that the queen has been gone long enough that they don't have enough brood, so we're going to get them some a brood frame, and we're also going to switch out the frame that we use for our farmers market. So that's what we're going to get suited up for. Tom was saying that this tall hive here is the one that he gets the observation hive off of, and so we're going to put that one back in, but now they got to take the top two boxes off to get down to it because that's where his honey is, and so that's what they're going to get started doing now.
Oh, okay.
You call that a migratory top?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't telescope down like the regular top, and you don't have an inner cover with it.
Okay.
So they use these because they can fit. The hives will fit right up next to each other.
Okay.
And you put them on a pallet, and that way they load them with forklifts and move them around. And
yeah. More like a commercial deal.
Yeah. Most commercial beekeepers use this setup. 4 pallets on a hive, and with this type of lid, it's just easier because they just have one thing to pop up. And get into it pretty quick. And that way, if you leave it up there, they can either get all back in.
He was saying he likes to lean the cover there. It's raining, so they're not been raining, so they're not very active, so there's not as many bees.
This is a super I had just put on recently that had a drawn comb on it, I think. And they've actually started, they have to repair it a little bit after it's been extracted. Looks like they're doing a pretty good job.
You only did that just a couple weeks ago, didn't you?
Maybe a week ago.
Maybe a week.
Don't have much nectar in it yet, or any, but they're fixing the combs, looks like.
Let me give me a shot. Okay, what he's saying is these are the frames that he extracted from last week, and how you cut the cappings and stuff, so they get pretty damaged. And look how much they've already repaired it. That's pretty neat.
I'm hoping with all the rain that they will fill this back up. We pulled one, off this maybe 5 or 6 frames, I think, about a week ago.
Off of that hive?
Probably pretty close to being full, and it has some that they're still drawing out.
No, you didn't. This isn't part. Those aren't frames that you had from a week ago, is it? That you cut from?
No, I put new frames in.
Oh, new frames
that I pulled out.
Okay.
So it has some that weren't capped before. I think some had brood in them. They full of frames to show them. I don't run queen excluders.
Okay.
And so that allows the queen to come up in here and lay some brood sometimes.
Okay.
So when that happens, you don't want to extract that, so you leave. I leave it in there until the brood hatches out. Normally she'll work back down, and they'll backfill it with honey. See that little patch right here?
Mm-hmm.
I think
brood,
that's still
right?
brood, yeah. It still has to hatch, but they've already backfilled this with honey. So they're not too far from having this frame.
Would you show that to me?
That side's full of honey.
What he's showing is there's a little patch of brood still there, and he's going to wait for that to hatch out, and then they'll backfill it with honey. But it's almost all done.
Yeah, that next frame is pretty much capped. So here in another week or so, we'll probably have another several frames to extract.
Now they're getting down into the next box. Yep, you're getting down to where they are, because you can hear them buzzing now.
Have you ever felt the full super of honey?
I haven't. It's pretty heavy.
Come around here and just lift it up. If you don't lift it up, don't hurt your back. Come around here. If you don't lift it up, set it catty corner on top of that one. That way.
Oh, I don't know, probably 30 pounds or so, maybe 25.
Probably close to, when they're full, a medium super, when it's full, is about 45 pounds of honey.
Oh, wow.
So it'll get pretty heavy. And deep is about 90 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So when it gets full of honey,
yeah,
it's pretty heavy. It's backbreaking. Let's see. What I normally do is start on this outside and work in. I think this is the frame that I pulled out for the observation hive.
We lost he lost his good hive tool in the last batch of bees we were working on. So
Yeah, my favorite hive tool. I'm gonna have to find it or buy another one just like it because it's different. It's made different than this one.
I think we've got one about like that.
About like this. Yeah. Those are good and they work real good, especially for scraping frames and stuff. But it's got some honey about halfway down. Most usually on the outside frame or two, they'll store honey on them. I think that's all honey. They're just covered up. I always like to set a frame or two out, and then as you're working the hive, it gives you more room.
Yeah, move around a little bit.
You don't have to pull them all out, because then you can just slide them over, and it gives you. This hive's really been working good. So there's a small amount of brood still on that one.
And so what are these cells right here?
Okay, the ones that kind of look like bullets are drones.
Okay.
That's actually a queen cup, and they'll do a queen cup. They'll put one, you know, in a couple of frames, and they don't always use it, but it's just there whenever they think they need a new queen. They'll make her lay an egg in there, and then it'll start a queen cell. But see, there's a little brood there, and then they're backfilling it with honey once they hatch out. So, but we always try to leave these top two boxes for winter full. Normally the top box needs to be full of honey for them to get through. I think this is the frame that I put in place of the
yeah, it looks pretty empty.
observation frame. See, they just started growing in there.
And that's just
only been in there since Friday.
Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night.
Is that a queen cup they're working on right there already?
Yeah. This next frame might be a good one for you guys.
Like a lot of
Full
brood
brood.
on it.
Yeah.
Completely full.
Sometimes they burp home to the bottom frame, so it's a little hard to.
Oh yeah,
That's a lot of brood.
that's a lot of brood.
Yeah. Yeah, and if we can make sure the queen's not on here, then we'll just put this frame over into your nuke box.
Wow.
See, there's a drone there. See how big it
Yeah.
is compared to the others.
We've got quite a few of those
Yeah.
now. That'll about double the population of our hive.
Goodness.
Once you pop the lid on your nuke box, I don't see a queen on there. Probably since it's full of cat brood. Wow, that almost looks like a queen cell. Right there. We may want to knock that down. I don't know why they would be wanting to replace the one they got.
Now, why would you not want to send a queen cell with them?
Because they have a mated queen they're trying to introduce right now.
Oh, okay, So they don't need to have something else introduced?
Right. I mean, the bees would probably tear that down on their own, but we need to put that frame off the observation hive in here too.
Yeah.
You want me to go ahead and put the lid on this one?
Yeah, go ahead and put the lid on that. We'll load it. Do you need any duct tape or anything?
I think it sealed pretty good when we
Okay.
brought it home. But might not be a bad idea.
Does it have an opening?
It
Does
does.
it
It's got a,
capped.
yeah, it's got a cap in the opening.
Okay. Do we have duct tape if you want to tape it in there? So I've introduced a few queens that I think all the ones I've introduced are marked, but these that came from Texas, they weren't marked originally. So, and it's kind of hard when they're real populous to find them and mark them, so I don't worry about it unless I just happen to run across her. They've been in here for a few days, so they're ready to go.
I imagine. Because some of them, when they came up from Texas, were a little weaker, so he requeened them, and that's the ones that got the marked queen.
So this particular hive, do you just do a visual inspection to make sure the queen's not on this frame, or
Not on
is
the
this
frame?
queen?
On the one that I give you guys, yeah. Yeah,
Do I need to go back and find a frame?
no, we got plenty here. I got 2 here that I think will fill us up. It looks like it's been a pretty good honey year, or nectar year for them.
Is that just probably because with all the rain we've gotten?
Yeah, that's helped a lot, the milder temperatures, and there's just, if you drive through the country, there's just tons of stuff blooming. We've got some over a mile or 2 over here that are on pole pits,
Okay.
unclaimed, unreclaimed pits, and there's wildflowers just blooming like crazy over there. See them kind of putting the rear end up in the air and fanning.
Kind of getting angry, or?
They're kind of sending off a smell saying, hey, come here, our queen's in here.
Okay.
If you ever catch a swarm and you're putting them in a box and you see a bunch of bees standing at the entrance doing that,
It's a guide or
yeah.
something? Okay.
I think that's all we needed to do. And a good thing to do, even if you have the telescoping lids, put a brick or put some kind of weight on top of your hive.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had, after our first year, we had a wind come over and we had hives down here where those were sitting on the pin.
Okay.
And it blew 2 of them over and knocked them over.
Oh, really?
Killed both our queens.
Oh,
and
wow.
so we kind of had to start over after the first year. But
Yeah.
we can leave this down here and they'll eventually go home.
What do you want to do with your wing nuts there? You want to put
Uh,
that on there? Or?
I'll just stick them in the pocket. I'm probably going to have to get some extra wing nuts going one of these days. I'm going to lose one.
Yeah, and then you're gonna go, oh, I'm one short, and the bees are already here.
You can always, if you got a frame and you're needing to get all the bees off of it, just shake it or actually even knock it. Some people, oh, you're upsetting the bees or whatever, but
Yeah.
if you got 10
Leave
minutes,
that
go
down.
ahead and leave it here. Yeah, there's still a bunch of bees in it. We'll let them go home tonight.
Smoker, take it.
Yeah,
back.
smoker and that other tool if you don't mind. And that is a 9-frame spacing tool.
Okay.
When you get to where you start putting supers on and making honey, normally 10 frames will fit in a box. And at first you can put 10 frames in to let them draw the comb out. But like after you extract it the first time and they're still drawing comb, you're putting back on there. You can put 9 frames in there and space them out with that tool.
Okay.
And what it does, they build the comb out further out from the wood
Okay.
because there's more
Holds more.
space. Yeah, it'll hold about the same amount of honey, but you'll have less frames to extract.
Okay.
Plus, when you cut the cappings off, it's a lot easier because the wax comes out past the wood.
Okay.
So if it's just 10 frames in there, it's pretty close. So you're really, it's kind of hard to uncap them.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
usually have to use a scratcher to get the
It's
honey
just a
out.
little trick that makes it a lot easier to
Sure.
extract when you're ready to do that. I'm gonna leave that there. That was some pollen, reflecting pollen out of one hive, and I dropped the jar and broke it.
Okay.
So I just put it in this pan and brought it down here, and then it got wet and rained on.
Ew.
They'll
That's what that
actually
was.
Clean it
take
up.
it.